They say beauty lies in the eyes of beholder, and India has it all. And this year, we are hosting the Miss World pageant once again. And I have with me right now the epitome of beauties. Please join me in welcoming the People's Officer, Smita Sabharwal, the boss lady of Miss World organization, Julia Morley, and the reigning Miss World, Krystyna Pyszkova. Welcome and namaste.
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 Let's first begin by asking you all, what's your definition of beauty?
140 women all coming together and being friends. That's my idea of beauty.
Our definition of beauty at Miss World is really diverse, as you may know, because all of the ladies, as Julia said, are coming from different countries, but they have one thing that they share, and that's the purpose. And that's what the true beauty is about, not only about looking from the outside, but what you want to achieve in your life, how you want to share your purpose, your light inside of you with the others.
And Smitaji, for you, is it about power, the act of service?
Oh no, not at all. I think beauty is about the land. Beauty is in the land, the motherland. I would say, like, if you look at Telangana, it lies in the lands, it lies in the people, it lies in their culture, and especially in their traditions and their history. To me, that is beauty.
And speaking of Telangana's history, you went to visit some of the iconic spots in Hyderabad. You went to Chowmahala Palace, Falaknama Palace, and the Gutta Temple, Yadagiri Gutta Temple. How was your experience?
It was an unforgettable experience. We started with the temple in the morning and it was absolutely magical. I had the chance to really experience it with all of the people in there, and for me it was something new. I always wished to visit the Hindu temple like that, and I will definitely never forget it. I received many blessings, and I'm always happy to explore a new culture and show the culture to the world. Everyone was amazed. All of the contestants that are preparing for Miss World right now were texting me and asking me if they will visit it as well, that they want to see. They're really excited to come to India and to see the Telangana. So I'm happy to hear that. And in the afternoon, as you mentioned, we visited the palaces, the Chowmahala 4 palaces and the Falaknuna. And that felt like a fairy tale with the horse carriages, beautiful view and the stunning architecture. It was a mesmerizing experience.
You also embraced Indianness by wearing that beautiful 6 yards of elegance. How was it and how long did it take for you to drape that sari?
I think it took like 10 minutes.
That was quick.
I was very happy to wear the sari because I received the one sari from my sister before. When she was visiting India, she was staying here 1-2 months, and I've seen her in sari, and I told her, please bring me sari back home. But when she brought it, I really didn't know how to wear it. So I was happy I got the help yesterday, and I had the sari for the first time. And I was saying that I really need to try not only the Indian cuisine, not only to see the sightseeing, but also the attire and the fashion, because the crafts and everything what you're doing here in India is masterpieces. So it was an honor to wear it.
What really impressed me is that the first time Krystyna met me, she expressed her desire to wear a sari.
She did.
And she wanted to know all about the handlooms and how we dress and why the bindi. So it was a very interesting conversation, and I'm so glad that she picked up on that and decided to wear a sari to the temple. So that's such a beautiful
And you also looked amazed when she said 10 minutes only. Do you have this?
Oh yes.
How long does it take for you? Because you look absolutely gorgeous.
Well, I've been wearing it for 25 years, so it takes me approximately 2 minutes.
Wow.
But
I have mastered the art.
I need to add that I was not draping it myself. That's the important thing.
Okay, so how many people actually helped you?
I had 3 people helping me, so that's why 10 minutes. I think if I should do it myself, it would take much longer. And as I said, in the Czech Republic, I was not able to find out how to wear it correctly. That's why I decided to wait, because I want to wear it with respect and in the correct way. Yeah.
By the time she leaves, we'll make sure she does it in 2 minutes.
Perfect.
I'll do my best.
Smitaji, I want to know from you, Miss World happening in Hyderabad. how does it going to boost Hyderabad's tourism, Telangana's tourism, as we know that this is a massive event and media from across the world will be here. So how do you think it will help the local businesses or the tourism side of the?
So yes, it's a very strategic partnership. I look at it as a very strategic partnership, and we are so excited to have Mrs. Morley and Miss World with us. To us, you see, it is a stage, it is a platform, it is a medium to tell the world, tell the global audience about our beautiful growth story. So Telangana has the most amazing destinations. In fact, Christina visited one of them yesterday in the morning and then two palaces in the evening, and she was so mesmerized, and she's been talking about it. So we have a host of such destinations, and I personally feel 30 days is too short a time for you to really experience the beauty and the splendor of this wonderful land. To us, this is a medium to tell the world about this. I would say lesser known destination, and it's a way to showcase our hospitality, our cuisine, our handlooms, and we intend that in this entire 30-day period that we'll have representation from 140 countries. We will be able to tell the global audience about all the strengths that the most I would say the new and the vibrant state of Telangana has to offer. So we have a great growth story, as you know. We are into our 11th year, and we boast of world-class infrastructure.
Yeah.
So we have the best of the airports, we have the best of the road networks, and we have a safe and very orderly environment. So we want to appeal to the tourists worldwide, not only internationally, but even to our domestic. We want all Indian tourists to come to Telangana and to experience our growth story and our beautiful lands.
Telangana is the next hotspot.
Yes, we are saying Telangana Zarur Aana.
Oh, perfect. Julia, I would like to know from you, two back-to-back Miss Worlds in India.
Two back to back? Well, but the places have their own magic. Wherever you go in the world, each place, like each person, has their own personality. And Telangana, from what I feel, it's got its own personality. Wherever you go, you must look for the people locally to show you how they are, what they believe, and they're welcome. And in Telangana, this is a new thing for me. It's an exciting name. It's almost like, an exciting magical fairy name. And so the girls are all talking, the representatives from across the world in 140 nations are watching carefully how Miss World does here, because they all want to be welcomed, and they want to show their best in their attire, and they'll all want to try. So there's going to be a lot of talk, but also, and the thing is, they want to bring their families here. So it won't just be the women representing their country, it will be families arriving. Some of them have can afford more than others, so they will stay in different places across Hyderabad, and all of you will help us find the best places. And it's like a world community for 1 month getting together. That's the most precious thing to me. If we can come in and we can share this together with the rest of the world, well, that's the start to making a world, a good place for women and men, because we have Mr. World, but I'll tell you about that another time. But, young people are important. And I was so impressed when we went to see one of your parliament places, and they've got these special programs, and they've got a lot of young people studying. I've never seen that before. So they're not only welcoming the tourists, they're also helping to educate younger people. And there's so much to learn here about the future, and the youth being able to come here and appreciate your educational programs. It's incredible. So it's my world's best kept secret at the moment. I call it that. But by the time everyone gets here, everyone's ears will be ringing with Telangana. So, it's magical.
I'm liking how excited you are about all of
this.
Yes.
It's just magical. And the name leaves me with a big, inspiration. Imagine Telangana. What would you imagine if you were a child writing a book, We must have a little Telangana mascot that will tell us, and take it to the children. So it's a good name, Telangana.
That's a good idea also.
I'd like to elaborate on what Madam Julia has said. You see, the word Telangana, it's originating from the sacred texts. So this is the land of the Telugu language, and it is referred to as Trilinga Desha, which is the sacred land between three lingams, that is Kaleshwaram, Draksharamam, and Sri Shailam. And over time, it evolved into the word called Telinga Desha, and then in the 14th century as Telangana. So that is the origin. So it is the sacred land between three lingams.
So
that
you
is the
see,
context.
if we get a little person, a little Miss World, if you like, telling the secrets of Telangana, it's magical. And so if we look at it as magical, it has everything youth can enjoy, and even I can enjoy. It's exciting.
Very young.
Oh, I'm super young. Here, but not here.
I liked how you also mentioned girls. You referred to the representatives as girls. You also have one. You don't pick favorites, but you have one favorite, and you keep talking about her, Aishwarya Rai. If you can recall your first interaction or first meeting with her.
You couldn't help but notice her. She was a wonderful, I hope she'll forgive me, giggly. She was always giggling and laughing, and she had the most incredible eyes. And everyone, the girls were all saying, wow, look at the eyes of this girl. And the cameras were all going mad, but she had a wonderful spirit of friendliness, but kindness. And she was just a happy, super young woman. And I loved her. I mean, I loved them all, but everyone is special.
Did you get to visit her this time around, or are you planning on a visit?
I haven't yet, because I know that she has a life. I have to do my job. But we always know, all of us, previous Miss Worlds, they know we're here. And of course, you've had many other beautiful Miss Worlds as well. So for me, they're all special. And it's rather like a huge family. We see each other when we can, but we know we're there if we need each other. Do you know what I mean? It's important.
Krystyna, this also must feel like a homecoming for you, because you won your crown here, you won your title here. How was it when you were announced as the Miss World?
It's a feeling you don't get to experience every day. Obviously, I was absolutely grateful, because I was not only representing myself, but I was representing my family, my friends, my beautiful country, Czech Republic, and everyone who was supporting me on the journey. So I was absolutely grateful and very happy to continue the purpose and my projects I was doing, but on a much bigger scale and with absolutely the best team of Miss World. And when it comes to hosting Miss World in India again, of course, I'm excited, because for me, it's the best country to host it this year. I will have beautiful memories of what happened in Mumbai, and you know, it's happened in India, and it will kind of finish in India. So that's why I'm really looking forward to it, and I know that India has a lot to offer. And when you asked actually Julia that how is it that it's coming back to India, Telangana is another state, and that's why it will be again different, because you have different things to see. Before it was in Mumbai and Delhi, and now it will be again something else, and all the contestants are excited, and I'm excited who will be the next Miss World.
One thing you all three have in common, yet you come from different walks of life, but what you have in common is your act of giving back to the society. As I said, you are a people's officer. You include the communities in your governance. What's one incident or what's one interaction with someone that changed your perspective or added a new perspective to all your lives?
Well, there's so many.
Yeah.
But beauty with a purpose is the magic of Miss World.
Mm-hmm.
This is why I'm involved with Miss World, because I couldn't just say you're a pretty face and that really matters. What matters is what you have here and here.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't believe until you see it, the incredible projects that each representative is working in her own country for. Some people don't require so much in their country, as one Sweden once said to me. So she did something that was very beautiful for the old lady next door, because she said, I don't really have a project here. So she said, every morning I go and I help her get up and I get her dressed and I give her breakfast. I go to school, I come back, I look after her. And she'd done that for 4 years. And she thought that she hadn't got a purpose. And I found that very beautiful. And she was one of the winners of Beauty with a Purpose. It's the simple feeling of wanting to help, not just to look good, but to be true to your heart and to the persons you're looking after. So we don't like pretense, we like honesty. And if everyone comes together and creates something special, they'll never forget it. And you find people all over the world suddenly say, "Hi, Jen, do you remember me?" And I look, oh my goodness, it was 30 years ago or 40 years ago. So there's a lovely warmth and friendship, but we never, ever take advantage of that. We are respectful and we love to put across to the world what a beautiful place Telangana is this time. You know, it's information we share. And the world's a funny old place, but if you can do something together, I like to think that way we can make a difference.
For me, it actually started in Tanzania many years ago, before I was even competing in the Czech Republic to become a Miss World Czech Republic. And that's when I connected with the local community. I seen the amazing children, and what I realized in there is that I'm really living in a fast life, and I seen that I can actually appreciate the small moments I'm forgetting, like that the sunrise, that we sit by the fire, we're singing songs, and I decided that I actually want to give back because I felt really good in there, and I started my project in there. We started building a school and providing some educational classes, and I didn't know that time that that's my purpose. I realized it actually when I was at Miss World, and I decided, okay, so actually I have my purpose in Tanzania. I want to bring it to the Czech Republic. And I started with another educational project, and that's for disabled people, to help them find their purpose. So we're teaching them skills, like how to make different products. They can sell this to community, they can make a little bit of money. And that was actually when I realized, wow, that's really the meaning of life purpose. And when I was at Miss World, and it was one of my favorite moments at the G20 summit, when I was listening to all the contestants, to all of their purposes, I was sitting with the goosebumps, because it's incredible power when you hear 130 contestants, and each one of them has such a special and unique journey they want to share, and they want to inspire. And it's a big force. And imagine this is every year, and not only at Miss World, but at the national contests as well. All the girls are having their purpose, and that's why I think this is such an impactful platform, and you will be amazed to experience it and see it in May.
That is beautiful. Smita ji would want to add.
I think too many moments, like you said, there's not just one, but probably early days of my career when I was sub-collector, and we had a very, very boots on ground kind of a job. You see the vulnerability of people, especially rural people living in the villages. And all of us, of course, come from a little urban background. We're all bred in a very different, world. So when we see the vulnerabilities of old people, farmers, maybe single women sometimes, children who are seeking basic rights to education, I think those things shape us into becoming serious about the opportunity that we have, received by becoming IAS officers. So to me, that was an inspiration that, I have been given a platform to help these people. And if I'm not able to do it, nobody in this country can. Because it's a powerful position in terms of the outcomes that is expected out of you. And you are responsible for delivering those outcomes of welfare to those people. So I think those were the motivations. Those are the vulnerabilities in them which shaped me into whatever I am today.
It's very lovely, and I can see you're getting emotional as well.
No, I am actually having a cold. I'm sorry. But yeah, we get emotional when we go to the field, because that's very stark. It's not something we can explain in the interviews and in a setting, but the field realities are completely different, and that's something which administrators, why me? I mean, I appreciate each and every administrator in different walks of life who are dealing with it every day of their lives. Our collectors, our sub-collectors, our police officials, they work extremely hard and they work very sincerely to keep the cogs of the administration running. And I'm very excited to take them to some of the rural areas, because we plan for some trips to the rural areas, to our villages, and we want to show to the world that we've come a long way. It's no longer as vulnerable as it used to be. So there are very beautiful basic infrastructure in place. There's drinking water at every household today. There's good sanitation. There's good health infrastructure. And in terms of, a community assets and community lands, there's a lot more which has happened in India over the last 70 odd years, and especially in Telangana, it's a beautiful growth story. So we all take pride in being a part of that story in some way.
That's lovely. Krystyna, I also want to know from you, did you get to meet this year's representatives, and what's one piece of advice that you would like to give out to them?
I would say to stay true to themselves, to not play that you're someone else, but to really show your uniqueness, to embrace it, because you were born that way and you don't need to change. You just need to show your power and your strength, and that's how I was looking at it as well. When I was in my room, I was not looking at the girls as my competitors, but it's really a big sisterhood and we're helping each other. So definitely I would say that.
I'd also want to let you all say some words to young girls, because you both are in a place where it's a dream, and being a girl, I would say it's not easy for us to make it till here. So if there's one piece of advice or message that you would like to give out to the young girls watching this interview who are wanting to dream but are told not to.
I would say a little bit difficult era at the same time. That's amazing, but difficult. And that's the social media and the internet, and then the pressure we have from social media to always be perfect, look perfect. And I would just tell to all of the girls that even me in Miss World, I'm not perfect. And and I know that, and I'm completely fine with that. So don't be too harsh on yourself. You're doing a great job. You're amazing. And I think all the girls should realize that, because the power within us is really amazing and beautiful. That's why I'm so excited to actually meet all of the girls coming very soon to India.
Well, it's a difficult question, because every little girl and every little boy, do remember, with Mr. World, we have the same feeling. Boys and girls are very similar in their feelings. Babies are very similar. We all need love, and we all need to have the opportunity to grow. And it's the confidence that a parent can put in the child's mind. The poverty is a question. Okay, I came from a big family. We thought we were the luckiest children in the world. My father and mother always made us feel we were happy. We had good food, but we were very little money. But you haven't got to have lots of money. You've got to have each other. And the purpose is to look outside of what is real money. Is it so important as making something and having pride in what you do, and sitting round a table and having pride that you've managed to get a meal? And also the fact that everybody around you has their own feelings. Some that will be close to you, and some will be upset for various reasons, because we're all the same, but we're all different when it comes to making judgments. I try not to make judgments. I try not to find you must do this or this. I love to love, and they feel the love. The children love the love. And so we go about it. But I must tell you one once, very funny. I was on an aircraft, and an old lady looked at me and said, "Jem, do you remember me?" And she was grey-haired and she was very nice, but I had no idea who she was. And she told me, I was Miss Sri Lanka in 1960 something or other. And I looked at her and I thought how beautiful that was, because she still lived the dream. She still remembered. And I gave her a big hug, and we were on an aircraft, but it was the funniest and sweetest thing you could imagine. I felt proud because she was so proud still of being Miss Sri Lanka. And I couldn't have had a better feeling, you know. So this is what I want everyone to feel, whether you're poor, old, young, have those feelings, remember to respect each other. And all the women that come into this show will go away with friends they will understand. And that makes them, educates them to the rest of the world. Give everyone a chance to be given the right to be heard, you know. That's important.
Well, I'll just say to both the young girls and boys, you must have a purpose. You must have a clarity of purpose, and you must be willing to invest a serious 2 to 3 years of your life pursuing that purpose. You mustn't think that anything comes easy. It comes with a lot of hard work, a lot of patience, and a lot of faith. You must have faith in your own abilities.
Yes.
And you must have faith in whatever the force is, whichever God you believe in. So patience is very, very important. And I would say 2 or 3 years of serious hard work, which you invest into your purpose. And I think then the world opens up. So you shouldn't regret 10 years down the line, because that time never comes back. So when you're 21 or you're 19,
Yes.
you're never going to be 21, again. So if it's those 2 years, you have to put in serious hard work, maybe a study, maybe a training, whatever the discipline demands. You should be willing to put in that work, and then there's no looking back after that.
That was lovely having you all with the message of Telangana. Zarur Aana, Miss के लिए ready है Telangana.
Bilkul.
So that was Julia, Smita ji, and Krystyna. Thank you for joining us. It was lovely
It's
having
a
you all.
pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.